Listen up, ladies and fellas. If you need a little pep in your step, don't be afraid to use G Fuel. I can 120% say that I've been using it for years now. Absolutely love it. You got just enough caffeine in each serving of G Fuel in order to get your day going. This is not a sponsorship. This is strictly an affiliate, so I don't get paid off anything unless you use my link in the description box and my promo code NARUEX, NARUEX. They've got all types of anime themed G Fuel merchandise and energy tubs, and each serving has around 140 to 150 grams of caffeine in each serving, just enough to get your day going with the extra pep in your step. Best of all with G Fuel is that there's no crash and there's absolutely zero sugar inside of it. And as someone that does try to avoid having too much caffeine and too much sugar, I absolutely love it. Use my promo code NARUEX in order to save a little extra when you purchase G Fuel. Pin, comment, and link in the description box. In Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 24, something happened that should have sent chills down everyone's spine. Something that, ironically, I think not enough people are talking about. A being that was once seen as goofy, erratic, and obedient. He's reading, he's learning, he's not fighting, he's not laughing. He is reading, he is studying, he is thinking, and he is him. But him is not Jura. It's Hidari. What we saw in this chapter is that this is the moment where Hidari has taken his first steps towards not being a tool and instead becoming a threat, because Hidari isn't just a clone made out of chakra. He is made from Sasuke Uchiha's chakra, and Sasuke's will, his true will, it might be in the process of finally awakening inside of this twisted vessel. And if that's the case, Jura, the cold, methodical, apex predator Jura, may find himself face to face with a nightmare that he never accounted for. A double agent hiding in plain sight, carrying the spirit of a man who once walked through hell to protect his village, once walked in the shadows to protect the village, once went into several hundreds, millions, billions of Otsutsuki dimensions searching for information about Kaguya. This isn't about evolution. It's about betrayal. It's about legacy. It's about redemption. Join me in today's newest Naruto Explain video where your OBC, your original Boruto chief, that being me, talks to you guys about why Hidari is changing and why his awakening may be the biggest wild card in this entire war against the Shinju. Also, if you've not seen the chapter review, check that out. It's up on the channel right now. And also check out the videos on my Anime Explained channel where I'm talking about some of the seasonal anime. The Don videos should be up, and the My Dress Up Darling videos should be coming relatively soon. Recording this on the 17th, so gotta check to see what the status update is, because I only have one editor on that channel for evergreen content, so it does take a little bit longer to come out. So getting right into it, let's look at the turning point here. Hidari is changing. Let's look at what's right in front of us. In chapter 24, in the last few pages, Hidari's doing the one thing we've never seen him before. He's sitting in silence and he's reading a book. Not a book with pop-ups like the books that Naruto has in the Hokage study. Not books that do sound effects. Instead, he's reading books that have actual words in them. He's not chasing battle. He's not testing his powers. He's researching. He's searching knowledge. Up until now, only Jura has been shown doing this. Jura is the brains of the Shinju. Jura is the leader, but Hidari, he's basically been a blunt instrument, if you will, or at least he might have been playing that role. There have been hints, little moments where Hidari has questioned Jura. He's given side glances. He's had small pauses in his speech. Times where it became clear there might be something else with Hidari here. We just shrugged it off at times as comedic relief. We shrugged it off as Hidari just being brooding, sitting in a corner. But that might have been a mask, because he's now digging for information, and he just happened to do it the moment that Jura left that Ten Tails hideout. And as we've learned, that's exactly how Jura began his evolution, seeking information. And in order to properly understand this, you have to look at Ikimoto's revelation, which is that the emotions live through chakra. So the reason why we can jump to this conclusion is that things are very layered via the statement by Ikimoto, the artist for Boruto. He dropped that bombshell during that 9th anniversary Q&A. He confirmed that the Shinju clones, so beings like Mamushi and Hidari and Ryu and etc., they are the true emotional manifestations of the people whose chakra that they are born from. What you see with these characters is their true nature. So Ryu is basically showing you that Shinki is a goofball at heart. Matsuri is showing you that Moegi is someone who is madly in love with Konohamaru. Sasuke, he is a man who has been torn between guilt and loyalty. A man who's never truly forgiven himself for the things he did when he was a 16 and 17-year-old. He is a shinobi who was once one of the world's greatest enemies, but he lived in the darkness in order to protect it. That darkness, yeah, it's inside of Hidari. I think we all can agree with that. But so too is Sasuke's unbreakable will to protect Konoha, even if it meant becoming a villain to do it. If emotions echo through chakra like Ikimoto has confirmed, and like I was saying back when the Shinju were first made, that chakra is made up of yin energy, which is spiritual chakra, which is linked to the hearts and emotions and memories, and not just yang energy like everyone focuses on, then Hidari is more than just a monster. He is a mirror of Sasuke's soul. He is a soul capable of hate, yes, but also a sacrifice and protection and love, something monumental and key to the Uchiha. And Hidari just happened to be reading and gaining information at the tail end of an arc where Sarada awakened her Mangekyo Sharingan, reawakened it, and the subtext, the entire theme of the arc was love. Let's look at the bigger picture. Hidari might slowly be evolving into a Itachi Uchiha for this new generation of fans of the Naruto IP. Think about it for a second. Itachi committed a lot of unspeakable, unforgivable acts, but every step was taken to protect his brother, protect his village. Hidari, he's made from Sasuke, and Sasuke's final acts before he was sealed away, it was to protect Boruto, but also it was to protect his daughter. Even though Sarada was not there on the battlefield, he told Boruto, protect my daughter, look after her. That by extension is him protecting Sarada. If Hidari carries even a small fraction of that emotion, which there's no reason to think that he wouldn't, given what we saw with Matsuri, then Sarada may end up becoming his North Star, even though he's going to have to mix it up with her for appearance's sake. What if Hidari knows something that Jura doesn't? What if he's pretending to follow Jura, only to learn everything and then betray him at the perfect opportunity? What if Hidari ends up being the Zetsu to Jura's Madara? He's gonna do terrible things in the meantime, just like Itachi. Itachi tortured his brother twice, technically 3 times if you count what happened in volume 43 of Naruto's manga. But just like Itachi, that end game, it's not domination, it's protection. And it would be for someone like Sarada. Jura's already said that love is an emotion that the Shinju should fear. This could be an extension here. This could be Jura's miscalculation and why he should be fearing Hidari's growth. Jura has made one fatal miscalculation, in my opinion. He treats Hidari like a soldier, like a pawn, a being of instinct. But now Hidari's thinking, he's questioning, he's researching. And worst of all, he may be remembering. If he begins to access more Sasuke's emotional spectrum, especially just given the fact that Sasuke is someone with a strong yin chakra, which again, yin chakra is linked to the spirit. And Jura's reign, it could start crumbling from within. Jura is an ice cold calculation, but he doesn't understand bonds. That's why he's searching out so much information. And that's what makes him vulnerable. Hidari is made from Sasuke's chakra, yin chakra in particular. Sasuke knew pain. Sasuke knew love. He chose the path of a villain because in his own twisted way, he thought he was doing the right thing. Jura might command loyalty. He might inspire fear in people that are his enemies, but Hidari, he may end up betraying him out of love and give Jura the answer to his questions about love from the most unlikeliest of sources. But what's going to happen next? Ikimoto, for as much crap as he gets, he is a very intentional mangaka when you look at how he positions characters. And we have multiple panels with Hidari either giving Jura a side eye or he's directly behind Jura. And Jura has a tendency to be a bit overconfident, the same way that people like Madara and Ishiki were. And both of them ended up falling at the hands of people that they believe were subordinate. Madara with Zetsu, Ishiki with both Kaguya and Amato. Both thought that they were very untouchable, and both of them ended up getting humble when they least expected. And I don't think it's by mistake that in the same chapter, that Hidari is reading a book and getting information for himself, what do we see Jura sitting on? A throne high above everyone else on the battlefield. Very intentional, just like how Ikimoto is very intentional with his designs. It's the same thing here, especially when you understand the series that Ikimoto takes strong inspiration from. This is very intentional. Will Hidari fully awaken and become Sarada's silent guardian? Maybe not. Will he play the double agent like Itachi once did, doing monstrous things only to strike down the real monster in the end, either indirectly or directly? That's possible. Or is this the calm before the real storm, where Jura fully realizes that someone he thought he could control in Hidari, someone that Jura's given a side eye to, right after noticing that Hidari was questioning him? This might lead to a confrontation between these two. Hidari's no longer just a clone. He's a true wildcard. He's giving Zetsu vibes. He is a remnant of Sasuke Uchiha's will. Ikimoto's statement has now made that clear for us. Based off of what we just saw in this chapter, Sasuke's will may be slowly breaking through that fog of artificial life that is known as Hidari. Jura may have created the perfect soldier by harvesting his Thorn Soul bulb and making Hidari, but he might have also accidentally revived one of the Hidden Leaf Village's greatest defenders. And if Sasuke's love for his daughter is buried deep within that vessel, who also happens to be someone that Hidari is seeking after, his first encounter with Sarada, that wasn't an act. But everything moving forward, we have to ask questions now. How much of it is for appearance's sake? And then Jura, well, that real fight, that one ain't began yet. This is where I do have to ask you guys this, because I am very curious. Do you guys think that Hidari might be secretly betraying Jura, or planning to betray him now that he's begun reading and gaining information? Could Sarada be a key to Hidari's next evolution when they meet again, now that he's begun searching for information? Will we see a moment where Hidari ends up sacrificing himself in a way that Itachi did, revealed to be a double agent, or will he pull a Zetsu? Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and checking out more videos from Naruto Explained by clicking here on the left, or click here on the right to check out videos from other two anime channels where I talk about non-Naruto content.